traditional, a bit more laid back, and everybody's just having a good time here. They're really good women. They're very beautiful, and they're easy to talk to.
Have you had any trouble communicating with them?
No, I have not. They're looking for loyalty, and they're looking for an actual relationship.
And how would that compare to women from the US?
There's a lot of women in the US that are wanting open relationships, or, they always think the grass is greener on the other side, so they're quick to, end the relationship and move on. I've noticed the last two events, there's about 60 to 70 women here, so it gives you a lot of opportunity to meet different women with different backgrounds.
Okay, now that you've had this second night, how does it compare to yesterday when you had your first night here?
I'm actually getting a little bit more used to talking with ladies and, being a bit more comfortable. First night, it's a lot to take in.
Hello guys, welcome back to another Monday night webcast. It's good to see you. So thank you for joining me tonight. I'll be answering all your questions about international dating and marriage. And let's start as usual with remind you about our upcoming seminars. We have one in Miami, Florida, May 16th, London, July 18th, and Los Angeles, end of August, August 22nd. So I recommend to RSVP to reserve your spot. Those seminars are completely free, but full of really good information. So you'll meet our staff, John Adams, and his wife Tanya. They're going to be talking about, what do we do, how to do it the right way, and you can ask your questions. There are going to be some guys who already took tours, some trips with us. There might be some couples that met through us, so definitely recommend. It's a great event, and we have a few more tours coming up. Well, Costa Rica already started, so too late for that, but we do have tour to Medellin, March 5th, and tour to Bangkok, Thailand, March 26th, and in the end of it, we're gonna have additional social where Chinese ladies will fly to, so you have the best of both worlds. You can meet Thai and Chinese ladies. And speaking of Thailand, we do have several videos for you. We're gonna be one from Colombia, there's gonna be another video from China, and little wedding video from Thailand. So that's a very special one, so that's why we do it. So let's get to our videos, and then I'm gonna start answering your questions.
Oh, she has to mention again that she loves your eyes.
Oh, thank you. She's spectacular. She doesn't have any wrinkles, beautiful lips, sparkling eyes. Because I was at the table and I was looking at her and I'm like, but I didn't want to offend the other ladies by keep looking at her.
I'll admit I was very nervous coming. I did a lot of research. I had expectations. I don't want to say they were great. I thought maybe meeting one or two or three pretty women, it would be worth it. My expectations were absolutely blown away.
So my date and I were really enjoying each other's company, and I wanted to take it to the next level because the chemistry was really growing and you could just feel it. Salud.
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 Salud. Salud. Para conversar
Salute
después.
sound.
She say, you look like an actor.
Everybody always says, I look like this guy.
Que mucha gente le dice que se parece a ese. That's all. She's taking care of you.
Very good.
Es una persona muy amable, es respetuosa, es cariñosa, chistoso. Las señas las hace silbando.
She's nice. She dresses really, really well. I asked her if she could send me some more of her pictures because I like to look at photography.
Que te le puede enviar más fotos.
Sí.
Yeah. Okay, we'll swap. We'll swap later.
Yo también.
You also have to send her in underwear.
Okay.
El 31 de diciembre.
Beautiful. Nice nails, good cook.
She loves being in the
We could just get
kitchen.
married on the way back to the hotel.
Que si ahorita que lleguemos al hotel se van a casar de una vez.
Sí, volvería a salir con él. La verdad me gustó y me sentí muy cómoda.
She really like you.
Yeah.
She's
I really
been
like
telling
the
her, I
temples.
really like him.
Really like her too. Yeah.
That's
Very
nice.
nice girl. Yeah.
One more.
Okay. Oh. Thank you.
I read a lot of reviews on the website, and so I said, you know what? Why not give it a try?
And how far?
So far,
Good.
so far, I'm having a good experience.
Yeah, good, good.
Pero hablar de bellezas como Alemania está allá. Tampoco se crea mucha que belleza es Canadá.
It's going great. We feel very comfortable with each other, very relaxed, and we have a great translator.
That's good. That would be my next question. Eso sería mi próxima pregunta. ¿Cómo hacen con la comunicación? Pero tienen traductora.
Tenemos traductora todo el tiempo. Sí.
¿Y cómo te sientes con eso?
¿Cómo?
Sí.
Segura.
Mejor tener traductora o también dice, bueno, yo puedo sola.
No, traductora, celular, yo puedo sola, herramienta.
Sí, sí, sí. She's saying the translator is amazing, but I said, oh, and alone, would you do it alone? Yeah, with the app, or we going to do it. So
Yeah, Google Translate works
Yes.
well, you know?
Yeah.
It's exceeded my expectations. I mean, I had 3 dates in the first 2 days. I actually was a little tired. I had to take a break for one date. But the city is beautiful. I'm from New York City, and Medellin is absolutely beautiful. It's so green, the trees, the grass. I love the city and the people.
I can't do that.
She has to mention again that she loves your eyes.
Oh, thank you. She assembled her outfit very nicely today. She worked so hard. How do you think a family would work with the age gap?
Que siente que tal vez más fácil la familia, tal vez tuya podría tener un comentario. ¿Qué crees que pensaría tu familia?
Mi familia no opinaría, no se metería para nada con mi corazón. Lo importante es que yo sea feliz y que pueda amar a la persona que elija para ser feliz.
She said like her family wouldn't have an issue because they wouldn't like mess around the relationship or involve in her relationship or her decisions, because her family wants her to be happy and trust in her decision to be happy, and like the decision she makes of choosing a good man.
Very nice. Gracias. Oh, look at that.
Rico.
Rico.
Everybody here is talking about the clingy gray.
I would love to do it again. I found the lady I like, and I'm happy with her.
Yeah, the
She's
experience
happy
itself
with
is just so great.
It's
that
amazing.
It's like you say, okay, I would love to do it again. You
Yeah,
know, now I know what's coming and know what's going on.
But at the beginning, it's like you're going on a boat and you don't know your direction. So.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm usually difficult to satisfy.
Okay.
But here we go. Well, it's honestly, I found something that I consider part of my wishes,
and that's a challenge for a lot of the men who come here, maybe the ones who are watching that say, okay, what can I expect? It's great that you say it's good not to expect nothing, let yourself surprise, because there will be always an uncertainty, and people don't like a lot of uncertainty. Like, we are usually like to plan and structure things to feel safe, and this is not like that, because you're dating, as you said, humans, emotions, different cultures, different expectations, different ages, whatever, different everything, and so there will always be that uncertainty, and that's also, I think, a lot for oneself to overcome as a personal grow.
You won't run out of time. They will keep arranging dates for you for the rest of your stay. They do a big job. To an extent, it's disturbing me. And I will say, just cool down, guys. I have one girl. I'm happy with her.
I don't want more. Don't give me more.
But they're still offering me more advices and more really good techniques regarding this process. So just listen to their rules, and you will get the results you want.
As long as you do what you're supposed to do, you will meet your wife.
I'm the luckiest man on earth, is the way I feel, and it's thanks to AFA.
Do you take คุณชนัญญา from to be your wedded wife? You live together in the marriage. Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor her, and stay with her, help her in the good times, in sickness or in health, and forsaking others, be faithful only to her as long as your both lives?
I do.
Promise. Do you take Mr. John Woodhart to be your wedded husband, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor him, and stay with him, help in the good times, in bad, in sickness or in health, and forsaking others, be faithful only to him as long as your both lives?
Yes, I do.
Happy hand. With the joining of hands and hearts, and giving and receiving a ring by the state of the law and the power in me. My name, Pastor Dr. Nipon Silat. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Wife. เอา clapping hand ครับเราปรบมือเสียงดัง
คุณจรคนเดียวนะคะคือคนนี้เป็นคนแรกเลยค่ะก็เขาเลยคิดว่าคุณจรเขาอ่านข้อความของเขาแล้วดูเหมือนเป็นผู้ชายที่ใช่แล้วเขาเป็นคนที่เหมือนจริงจังกับชีวิตอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเราก็เลยคิดว่าตัดสินใจที่จะเลือกผู้ชายคนนี้นะคะ
Let's continue celebration and make more wonderful memories tonight. Everyone, take your glass and cheers. 1, 2, 3, cheers. Thank you so much. And now for our special surprise. Today, it isn't just a celebration of love, it's also a celebration of life. It's our beautiful bride's birthday.
The moment that I met Nanya, I was blown away by her. I knew a lot about her, and I really wanted to meet her and spend time with her. I found her out on the dance floor, and she wanted to talk to me. Thank God she was interested in me. We talked for hours.
Hope you know it was you that I loved until the end.
Happy birthday ค่ะ
Happy birthday.
หอมไก่
I lose my breath whenever I see you.
พอหลังจากนั้นนะคะแล้วก็เป็นงานอีเวนท์ที่เราจัดคุณพี่ก็เข้ามาจอยด้วยถูกต้องไหมคะใช่ค่ะพอจะเล่าให้ฟังได้ไหมคะเป็นไงบ้าง
ก็เห็นเขาเต้นรำกับคนอื่นอยู่ใช่ไหมคะเราก็คิดว่าจะใช่หรือเปล่าอะไรเงี้ยเหมือนที่เขียนในจดหมายหรือเปล่าแต่สุดท้ายเขาก็ได้มาคุยกับเราแล้วก็ขอเราแต่งงาน
I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire.
My dilemma is, I mean, all three ladies that I've met, I could marry. But if I had to choose them, Kelly would be my number one. Right now, Lily would be my number two, and Ron would be my number three. I've reached out to Nicole to see if she can find out anything from Kelly. Now, I got an all-day date with Kelly tomorrow, but I don't want to leave on Monday having everything up in the air. I kind of like to settle down a little bit to earth.
What you are more focused on? You're more focused on the feeling with the lady, or you are more focused on how much money they have?
Oh, I'm not focused on the money.
Okay.
The money don't bother me at all.
Okay, then 3 million.
Well, wait a minute. The money does bother me.
Mm.
In the fact that I don't want a relationship where money becomes a foundation.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that's exactly what it would be with Rong, all right? Rong is not the CFO of the company she works for. She's the chairman of her board. I don't want somebody who thinks that they can, just because they have money, they can buy anything. And that's starting to turn me off. That's why Rong is dropped from number 1 to number 3.
So Kylie now seems in the number 1. Why you don't talk with her directly?
See, that's the kicker. I do talk to her directly, and I let her know how I feel. But there is zero, and I mean zero, read or feedback. Now, yesterday when we bowled, I got high fives, I got hugs, I got everything. I went to give her a little peck on the cheek, and right, the cheek gets turned, which tells me she's, I don't want to say confused, but she doesn't really know which way she wants to go.
But that only between the polite. It's not about the love. I feel you talk about. She treat you same with other men or not?
I don't know, because I'm not on her dates with other men.
Yes.
Nor do I want to be.
So we need to know if she is serious with you, or she's more focused on some other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe age, maybe about economy, or maybe because the family relationship, many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can ask her. So you want to know about Kylie, right?
I want to know about Kylie.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That's what I came for.
No problem.
Yes.
He wants to ask, because you are in the travel industry.
Yeah.
So he wants your opinion from a travel industry personnel, how our tours are organized, if you feel like they're organized well.
All truthfulness, this particular tour was pretty well organized, but just coordinating the stuff, which you've done a remarkable job coordinating things. And truthfully, I like the touches that you put in there, the silver bags with the fan and the thing with all the profiles. The thing with all the profiles, that really helped out, because what I would do, I'd make a list, I'd take a picture of it, and this way I could just open up my phone and go like this.
Oh.
Okay. This way I knew which ladies.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I learned from last November, a lot of the ladies come, but many of ladies, all our clients, they don't know who they are. But in short time, like 8 ladies sit in one table with you with translator. Each lady maybe only 1 minute or 2 minutes. You cannot remember.
That's right.
So I think as I talked with Ken, we decided this time we do the small social, but each one we chose the high quality ladies and talk with you. You can more deeper communication, do the more deeper communication.
Yes.
And then before that, we prepare this profile, make everything clear. So for me, to be honest, I take our client more important, because the ladies, they come many, and then the matchmaker, they are working with them. Some ladies, they have different option. Even during this tour, they didn't find anyone for them, just 1 day or 2 days time.
Yeah.
But for you, all of our men clients, they come to here, they fly so long trip, they spend a lot of money, everything, they are more focused, they are so serious. So I want to treat all our clients more important. This is a little bit, So I prepare everything on behalf of our client.
Yes.
So that's why I prepare the girls' profile and give each of you. I want you can check first.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know which man come, but if I actually before you come, I already shared all your profile, send it to the ladies.
I know, I got them. I have friends in China, and they were sending to my friends in Florida who were sending them to me.
That's
Ken
why.
said to me one time, "Where did you get that from?" You remember?
Yeah, that's why this time the ladies, even they come, not so many, but they are serious because they before they decide to come, they already know who come. If there are no any interest, they don't decide to come. So they decide to come, they already know who they come and who they are more interested.
And you know, it would be good from a guy's standpoint. All right, you had maybe 70 ladies here over 3 days.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
It would have been very nice for the guys to know. Okay, the first night, these ladies are the ones that are interested in you. All right. The second night, these are the ladies interested in you, or the third night. This way, you kind of got to, if you're interested in that person and you know that they're interested in you, it kind of kickstarts the relationship, or at least the communication.
Sure. I think this is a good tips.
Yeah.
I will do this. I will collect this information on next hour.
Okay.
Alright guys, here's that special videos for you for tonight. So let's get to your questions. Mila says, if someone's never done this, what's the simplest start to finish path from signing up to a first in-person date? I would recommend to send, identify ladies that you want to meet, send maybe a few messages, do a video call, especially if you're traveling to meet only 1, 2, maybe 3 ladies, before you commit to such long trip, you want to make sure there is a mutual interest. So do a video call and get to know each other a little bit, and then go meet her. You can schedule a meeting through the website. Our staff will help you coordinate all the details, time and place and meeting. In most of the places, meetings held at the office, the staff will confirm specific time for you to come to the office. You show up, we'll formally introduce you to the lady. She signs the required paperwork because she would need to sign IMBRA. And from that point, you guys can go on a date, go to a restaurant, for a walk on the beach, whatever it is you want to do. And hopefully if it works out, if you need an interpreter, we can provide one as well. Team, what's the most common night 1 versus night 2 emotional shift you see in first time guys? I'm assuming we're talking about the social reaction. Well, the first social, most of the guys are very nervous in the beginning because it's just overwhelming experience. And there's, hundreds of beautiful ladies in one room, and it's just, you feel like, how am I going to talk to all those people? And just freeze. But once they unfreeze and they start talking to people, become more comfortable. But it's still, and time flies. So guys at the first social quite often don't know how to manage their time properly. So I guess the first social is just a learning experience. By the second second social comes, guys already know what to expect. So they prepared to take notes. They know how to plan their time to make sure they talk to everybody in the room whom they wanted to talk. So they're not gonna waste their time sitting in the corner or staying at the bar, drinking their beer. So you're there to meet people, so go do that. Sean, what do men say feels most different compared to dating back home? Well, I guess guys feel more accepted, so many more ladies are interested in them, and even if a lady somehow not interested in the end of a date, nobody's gonna be rude about it. It's she'll just let you know, hey, you can make great friends, but just not compatible. So there is no hard rejection if somehow things don't work out. So it's just much smoother experience. And again, majority of ladies will be interested. So Ernesto says, what cultural expectations come up most often around family, faith, and relationship roles? Well, as far as faith, that really depends on the country. That in some countries it's more important than others, so that's hard to generalize. But as far as expectations on the family, that also, different cultural backgrounds might affect that. As far as relationship roles, most of the ladies still looking for the traditional family, and where a man is provider. Of course, also on one hand, say, yeah, we want to be equal partners, and it's important, but also, a lot of them looking for that traditional type of marriage. Nate says, can you break down the realistic cost range? Tour fees, flights, hotels, translators, follow-up trips, what's mandatory versus optional? A lot depends on a specific tour, because something closer to home is going to be just logistically cheaper than other options. So for example, if you taking a tour to, let's say, Costa Rica, most likely your flight is going to be around $300 depending where you live, round trip, and the cost of the tour is about $3,500. If you go into Ukraine, then your tour cost is about $5,000, plus your flight, plus additional traveling, the train, bus, etc. So that's going to be more important. As far as translator fees, well, that it depends, again, what country you're going to, and you can go to Philippines, so ladies speak English, so there is no language barrier there whatsoever. Or even if you go to any other country, and you go Colombia or you go to Thailand, you still can try to date ladies who speak English. And if you do need an interpreter, we can provide one. The cost of interpreter varies, as I said, per country, but it's on average $20-30 per hour. So it's not that much, but if you're leaning on interpreters help heavily, then yes, that will add up. And as far as, again, comeback trips, well, in some some cases, some guys, like again, a lot of people in the Filipino tours, they just commit to engagement right there and start the process for fiancé visa right away. But in other countries, it's the courtship process is longer, and yes, that you'll be expected to come back, several times, or maybe you and a lady can agree to meet in a third country, something that's closer to your home, and something middle ground, so you don't spend that much time on traveling. If your vacation time is restricted and you still want to spend time with each other. So again, so it's really hard to give you specific cost, again, because everything depends. Okay, more questions. 1 second. Chris, how do couples handle the language gap long term? What actually works beyond the honeymoon phase? Well, the thing is, by the time you start this, even if a lady doesn't speak English in the beginning and you use a translator, on the first dates, and then you switch to the Google Translate or any other, built-in translation apps, she's gonna be learning it. She's still gonna be getting your messages in English, so she's gonna be reading it, memorizing some words, and help her to sign up for English classes. She can take some online, or she can take some in-person classes in her city. So by the time she comes here, maybe she won't be fluent, but her English will be very conversational. And especially when she comes here, give her a few months, and it's gonna be no problem at all. Because the more she speaks to native speakers, faster she'll learn. It's going to be a little bit slower process in her country. But again, once she's here and everybody around her speaks English, if she goes to grocery store or she goes meet your family and friends, everybody around is going to be speaking English. So 2-3 months, she's going to be fluent. So that's not the problem whatsoever. So it's not gonna take her 5 years to learn the language. You're still going to be in honeymoon phase at that time. Second. Lost the question. All right, next one from Julian. If I wanted to meet the lady in Cherkasy, could AFA help with dates and hotel and support, or do I do a tour and invite her? Well, as far as there's not much support we can provide in Cherkasy, we can arrange a meeting for you, but we don't have an office there. We don't have a staff there. So as far as booking Cherkasy is not that big of a city, so there's not like they have tons of hotels. So they're probably gonna have a few hotels in downtown areas. So just look at the reviews and pick which one you like the most. And nowadays, I'd recommend to read the description, make sure the hotel has the power generator. It's extremely important because there is still huge issues with power outages. In a lot of cities, they don't have electricity for like 20 hours a day. So you don't want to be in that situation. So make sure you pick the right hotel. So yeah, you can, if you want to travel there, we can schedule a meeting for you if you just want to see that girl. And yes, another option, you can ask her to come and meet you in Kiev. It's not that long of a drive. It's about 3 hours, something like this. So you can invite her to Kiev and see if she wants to stay there. If she wants to stay there a few days, if she has time off, get her a hotel and just spend some time there. So just see what works for both of you. But we can help either or. But again, as far as hotel booking, it's not very difficult. So your most challenging part as far as getting to Cherkasy is just going to be just the ground transportation from Poland. So taking a bus or a couple of trains to get there. But you can all, you can just send me an email if you have any questions. I can just give you advice on that. I won't be able to book those tickets for you, make those arrangements, but at least I can make some recommendations. Next one is from Floyd. What policies exist if man reports being pressured for money or gifts? How documented and acted on? Well, it is very important for, we hope you guys report to us if there's something going on and there's some red flags. If woman starts, asking for money and all that, so please let us know. Of course, we're going to talk to a woman too, to hear her side of the story. For example, we got the complaint the other day. A guy went out on a date with a girl and she was like, well, I want this, I want a gift. She's like, okay, I'll buy a gift. What do you want? She's like, well, I want perfumes. So he bought her 2 perfumes. I'm assuming pretty expensive, but then that just, it didn't go anywhere. It didn't work out. She was not that interested in him after all. So the guy got upset and he kept demanding us to have a woman return those perfumes to him. Like, really? Well, first of all, it was a gift. Nobody twisted your arm to buy her that perfume. So what we tell guys, if you're not comfortable buying something from, tell her like, hey, we just barely know each other. I'm not comfortable at this time. So maybe, further in the relationship, okay, that will be different. But right now, it's our first, second, whatever date. It's just not there yet. And if that offends her, well, then it's not, not a woman for you. It's just then she's clearly interested only in the material side of this relationship. So okay, that saves you time. Then you move forward. You didn't lose any money on this. Just go meet somebody else. But yeah, once you start buying her this gifts voluntarily, it's gonna be hard for us to do something about it. We won't be able to get your money back on it in case the relationship that doesn't work out. If it's something really expensive, and yes, a woman is just a scammer, we absolutely will remove her from the site. But again, every case we're gonna investigate. We're always gonna talk to both sides, because guys can get upset if sometimes they're not. They're trying to shower a girl with the gift in the beginning of relationship, trying to buy her love, and it's not, gifts not buying love, and people get upset. So, but yes, again, if there is something serious, there is a real thing, we will absolutely remove a woman on the website. We do want to have sincere, motivated girl on our website. So yeah. All right, more questions. Greg, what are the refund, cancellation, and rescheduling policies? Well, it's different for the group tours and individual tours. You can see the specific things on the tour ordering page. You can scroll down and it will say the cancellation fees. So basically, it just depends how soon you cancel a tour. So if you cancel more than 30 days out, then that's where usually there is no penalty comes in place, because we haven't booked your hotel, so we haven't paid for anything out of pocket yet. But if you cancel on something last moment and we lost money, of course, there gonna be cancellation fees. And that really depends. It's some like $500, can be $1,000. It's in the terms and conditions. And for and the rescheduling usually is free of charge. So if you find out in advance that like, hey, I definitely can't make this tour, but I wanna, reschedule it for the next available tour, that's usually not a problem. Again, there might be some small fee if we already paid for the hotel. And for individual tour, you can reschedule it free of charge, and the cancellation, I think it's $500 cancellation fee, but I don't remember on top of my head. I would need to look at that terms and conditions. Let's see. Drew, what's the most common source of tension or drama at socials, competition, miscommunication, alcohol, jealousy, culture shock? Well, quite often it's a combination of all of that. You know, socials can be a lot of fun. It also can be very interesting for our staff to deal with, because we've seen it all. You know, because sometimes people drink too much. It applies for both men and women. You know, there's always, at all socials except Filipino one, we do have pretty much unlimited champagne. So just you know, but sometimes women overdo it, and I've seen some girls getting really drunk and start arguing about a guy. You know, there was 2 girls end up liking the same guy. That's a cat fight there. So that happens, and the same with guys. You know, somebody can get a little too drunk and cannot handle himself and get upset that, oh, this guy's talking to my girl. Well, first of all, technically it's not your girl, it's a social, it's a fair game, so everybody's allowed to talk to everybody. But if something like this happens, you know, if you're at a social, you get upset over something, whatever it is, come to your tour leader, please, to our staff, please talk about it so we can solve the issue right there. And as far as culture shock, well, not at the social as much. It's really just miscommunications. Sometimes the music can be a little loud, so also please, guys, come and talk to a tour leader. We'll make sure we tone down the music. It's more common for Ukraine, less common for other countries, because in other countries we do more speed dating, and music is not really loud on the background. It's just usually calm. But in Ukraine, as you can see in videos, you know, especially towards the end of a social, because women already ready to have some champagne, they want to go dance. So they want to have fun. And yeah, you guys not even going dancing with them. Most of the time, you're just standing there in your corner. It looks like high school dance. So yeah, so social can be a lot of fun, but make sure if there's something you don't like about it in the process, talk to us. If you want music be you know, turned down a bit, you know, no problem. You know, tour leader will go to a DJ, take care of it in 3 seconds. Dave's RV channel. If I try to kiss a woman and she turns away, I'm moving on, no questions asked. Well, I mean, sometimes it's not a bad thing to ask a question. You know, communication's the key. Maybe at the moment she was, you know, she can be really interested in you, but maybe you did try to kiss her very, very soon. I mean, it's your first date and she just barely knows you. Yes, you know, she's interested, but it's a little too fast for her. Maybe she wants to take things slowly. Or maybe it's in, you know, she's in an uncomfortable situation. Maybe, you know, she has some friends that are over there watching her and she doesn't want to them to get impressions that she's an easy woman, start kissing stranger right away on the first date. You know, whatever it is. It could be public place. There are so many factors. So you just, sometimes you can ask, you know, and see what she says. She can explain herself, and if she says, yeah, I'm not interested, well, then you move on. So communication is the key to everything. More questions. Henry, what's the early warning signs you repeatedly see in dishonest members? I'm talking about men or women here. As far as if you see repeatedly warning signs in a woman, so, you know, if we suspect she's a scammer, we'll just remove her. So like the first time, okay, we, you know, maybe, you know, we'll see something happened, we get one complaint, you know, we can let it go. But if it's a second guy complain about the same woman, same situation, yeah, it's just not worth it. So usually there is no repeated signs, but for early signs, if a woman is interested in getting expensive gifts, she's gonna go for it right away. She's not gonna go on 8 dates with you to ask you for an iPhone, because, you know, if she's there for the money, she wants to make it quick. So, you know, she's gonna make it obvious right there on the first date, second at the most. You know, so she's not gonna wait. Which is good for you. This way you can move on faster. Next one is from Ukraine, Dave. Attractions within a minute for women. You don't have anything without it. Stand up for yourself. Don't be that guy that say whatever she wants, it's okay. Well, yes, it's important to stand up for yourself, and I do agree that attraction, women, within the first few minutes, you can figure out if you attracted to a person, to a man, physically, okay. But then you still, people still need to talk. Man can be physically attractive, but then he opens his mouth and like, oh my God, just stop talking, and you count in seconds, so you can get away from this person, as fast as you can. So, sometimes women want to take their time to get to know a person, make sure it's good potential partner before she invest more time into this guy. All right, a lot of questions today. That's fantastic. But I lost the last question. Give me a second. Julian, the first kiss is up to a woman, and she will let you know when she's ready to be kissed. It cannot be rushed. It must be offered by a lady. Well, again, depends on the culture. For example, Filipino ladies, and so, they tend to be, I won't say shy, but it's a little bit different cultural background. Most likely, they're not gonna be jumping on you and kissing you. Or so with Ukrainian women, they're very reserved. They're not. Yes, she will give you some signs with the body language, and she'll try for you to understand that it's time. But also, it's unlikely that she's gonna be kissing you first. It just doesn't work that way in Ukraine usually, or Eastern Europe in general, because it's important for a man to make a first move. It's just in culture. It's in the DNA. Ukraine Dave. It's okay to make the first move. She needs to give you signals. Yeah, that I completely agree with. That's what I was talking about. Kabinov's Corner. I've signed up for Tokyo tour in November. Looking forward to it. That's amazing. Enjoy. I've been to Tokyo in November. It's a great city, great time of the year to go. The weather's still nice, and of course you're gonna meet so many beautiful ladies. So enjoy. Hopefully you'll have enough time to do some sightseeing and maybe take a side tour to go see Fuji. Beautiful sight. Paul says, on my first 2 dates with my wife, we had an interpreter with us. On the third date, we were by ourselves, and my wife kissed me like I haven't been kissed in quite a while. Wow. Well, that's okay. It's one of those rare exceptions, and I see when the chemistry is undeniable, and it's a strong connection. But normally it's not the first. A woman doesn't kiss a man first in Ukraine, so it's just because she obviously was already madly in love with you on the third date. Julian, please say thank you to Anna for answering my question. You're very welcome. Sean 23. Anna herself flagged her behavior as a big red flag when I reported it. I sent a detailed email to Anna about it weeks ago asking if you had actually verified her. She never replied. Not sure what are we talking about here. Maybe if I had replied and I didn't get your email. So is there a way you can resend me that email, because I don't know what you're talking about. So my email is travel@lovememail.com, travel@lovememail.com. So make sure you send right, because sometimes people say Anna@lovememail or whatever it is. So make sure you send it to the correct email, because I'm not sure what you're talking about. Sean 23, another one. So AFA's policy of looking into serious scam allegation means you just ignore them until the client goes away. How can you claim to verify women when you won't even address clear documented red flags? Again, as I mentioned, I'm not sure what situation we're referring to here, but, and as I was talking earlier, we get, so somebody reports, a guy reports a woman for some scam allegations, right? We reach out to a woman and ask her side. We'll ask you for also some proofs of it was a ridiculous restaurant bill, if you spend, $600, we will ask you for that receipt so we can address it with the woman. So we'll ask you for proofs, we'll get her side of the story, and then again we'll see, we'll judge each case separately. But, again, make sure you send me that email and we'll look into it. Nate says, what's the most common reason men leave disappointed? That they didn't find the one. You know, a lot of guys go with the mentality, I have to find a wife on the tour. If I don't, if I don't, get married right after the tour, that was a waste of everything. But you're looking for a life partner. Even though you're gonna meet a lot of nice women, doesn't mean you're gonna fall in love on your first trip, or it has to be mutual. You can meet the nice lady, but she's not gonna fall in love with you. So just sometimes it takes few tries, and guys shoot themselves in the foot by being so stressed, so tensed when they go on the tour, again, because they want results out of it, and the women sense this desperation, and they just don't want to do anything with a desperate man. So they're just they avoid him, and of course, again, that guy's not getting any results in the end of it. So be relaxed, don't stress. If it's your last money you're spending on a tour, just don't do it. Don't do it. Just save your money. Do it at a more comfortable time for you when you prepared for it, and and just understand it might take a few tries to find the one. You're looking for the love of your life. Brian says, hi Anna, just curious, have you all got any surprise destination spots coming up this year? I'm pretty sure Mexico was out of the question at this point. Well, we're working on as far as group. It was what's going on in Mexico right now. I mean, I don't know when we're going to be doing the group tours to Mexico, but who knows. We are actually opening an office in Mexico. It's work in progress right now, so we start putting some Mexican profiles back to the website. It's going to take some time for it to develop, and before we even if everything goes smooth, we won't be able to do any tours there until 2027 at the earliest, because again, we need to identify enough women. We need to work on other arrangements before we can bring a group of guys to Mexico. But hopefully, again, maybe 2027 we'll be able to do it. And we'll look into other locations in Asia, maybe Vietnam and some other places. But again, that we haven't really started working on as far as open office or anything like this. But we're gonna do a Vietnam tour maybe next year. See what happens. Vietnam is a great destination, so I really enjoyed my time in Vietnam. The ladies are very nice, and people are very friendly, very sweet. So I think guys would like it. All right, another one, Kabinov's Corner. When you guys did the Tokyo tour last year, how much English did the girls know? I did take 2 years of Japanese in high school, so I do know some of the language. Well, it's amazing. I didn't know they teach Japanese in high school. It's amazing. So you might, you have time before November, so just refresh your knowledge. I don't have the statistics as far as how many of them were speaking English, but I would say half. I would say about half plus minus. I don't have the exact numbers. So but we still can provide an interpreter if needed, so it's not a problem. Paul says, if you don't meet your wife on your first trip, it's not the end of the world. I didn't meet my wife until my 7th trip to Ukraine. See, sometimes it takes 7 tries. Well, hopefully it won't take that much for you guys, but again, if you're looking for a very special person, it might take a little time. So don't be discouraged if you didn't find the love of your life on your first trip. All right, let's see if we have any more questions here. Second. Well, that might be it then for tonight. All right. One more question. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm just waiting. I'll wait for the question to load. Let's see what happens. Okay. Sean 23. The subject line is urgent follow-up on scam complaint Albina. You now have no reason to be unaware of it. I do expect response with this time, and I'll be asking for public update next time. All right, I'll check my emails again. Make sure you send it to the correct address, because I have not received your previous email. So make sure you send it to the correct email, and we absolutely will look into that. All right, but I'll reply to your email as soon as I get it, and I'll have our staff to contact the woman, and I'll let you know what's going on. All right, that was our last question for tonight. So thank you for watching, guys. We'll be back next week with more answers to your questions about international dating and marriage. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Oh, she has to mention again that she loves your eyes.
Oh, thank you. She's spectacular. She doesn't have any wrinkles, beautiful lips, sparkling eyes. Because I was at the